Yo, what up? It's Read Your Mind, and I'm here with a very special edition of UrbanRcLA. We're going to list down the top 10 things I hate about RC. That's coming up next on UrbanRcLA. Now, this top 10 list reflects my personal experience with the hobby. I'm wondering if you have the same things on your list as I put on mine. So without further ado, here's the top 10 worst things about RC. Number 10, buying the wrong parts. Now, anybody who's bought a ready-to-run or some sort of kit and either breaks something or wants to upgrade something knows the pain I'm feeling. You scour the internet for that awesome upgrade that's gonna make your RC perform better or look better. You wait weeks for it to get there in the mail, only to find out it's the wrong size or from the wrong vehicle or just wrong. I hate that! Number 9, no instructions. I hate that. When you do all your research, you find out that awesome upgrade that's gonna work awesome for your Traxxas Rustler or whatever. Only to get it to find that not only have you no idea how to get to the part that you're changing, but you have no idea what those little tiny screws and those little extra doodads do, and then you install the whole thing, you realize you didn't use any of the parts. So not having instructions in upgrade parts, one of the worst things in RC. Number 8, the walk of shame. Of course, many of you know what I'm referring to. That's when you crash your RC a quarter of a mile away from you and you gotta walk all the way over to it just to kick it, to turn it back over, to get to driving and having fun again. I hate that! Number 7, cutting Lexan. I hate it! Look, we all get a little ambitious and we say, I'm gonna paint the most awesome body ever for my RC. It's gonna look epic on the track. And then you get that body in the mail and you take out your itty bitty tiny little fingernail cutters, or whatever they are, and you snippety snappity, snippety snappity. You get through the first wheel well and you're like, So that is cutting Lexan and I hate it! Number 6, kits not including extra screws. I hate this. You know, you're working away on the transmission of a kit that you bought and whammo, you're like, where did that screw go? Where'd it go? And so you look in the little kit that you got and there's no extras. So your whole kit build is stopped because of one tiny screw. I hate that! Number 5, C-clips. What jerk-off invented these things? You know what I'm talking about, when you have a rod and there's a little C-clip that goes over it, and if you don't squeeze it exactly right on the post, it shoots off into the stratosphere and it's gone forever, only to be sucked up by your vacuum later. You know what I'm talking about. Those little tiny C-clips. I hate those! Number 4, gluing tires to rims. And now I know this is some kind of medieval effing torture, okay? Because not only do you first have to learn what CA glue is and how it's different from everything else, but then you gotta learn how to glue the tire in that little tiny little reservoir there without getting your fingers stuck to the tire, dripping it all over the place, ruining your table, getting on your face, everything. Gluing tires to rims is probably the worst thing ever. I hate it so much. Number 3, runaway vehicles. Okay, now I know some of you have experienced this, but many of you have not. It's when you spend thousands of dollars on a vehicle and you're like, I'm gonna go out and run it. And you're like, oh, that kill switch or that, neutral setting, I don't need that. And then you get out there and all of a sudden you lose connectivity and that thing takes off like an effing rocket ship, towards a group full of children, right? And you're thinking, oh my God, it's bowling with children. And then whammo, the thing hits right into a tree or drives into a river and it's done. I hate that. We're getting close to the end here now. We have number 2, programming ESCs. Lord have mercy. I am not a robot. I do not speak binary code. I do not know how many beeps it takes to get it on 2S or 3S, or how many beeps it takes to set the brake, to drag, or whatever. Just make the ESC perfect for me at the factory so that when I get it, I can just install it in my vehicle. Programming ESCs, I hate this so much. And here we have arrived at the number 1 worst thing I hate about RC. Soldering. For Christ's sake, when I got into this hobby, I had no idea that I needed a full-on electronics engineering degree to be able to install a $300 ESC to a motor in my RC, okay? Now, if any of you have ever tried soldering, trust me on this, don't. Just go buy an ESC that has everything done already, because soldering is ridiculous. Not only do you need $150 to $200 soldering gun, but you need like this extra special solder and then this flux crap, and then you gotta learn how to pre-tin, you gotta do, holy crap! I just wanna pull the throttle and watch that thing go, jumping off and then, I don't wanna sit there like, soldering, oh my God, please. I hate this so much! Well, there you have it. That's my top 10 list of the worst things in RC. If I missed something on the list, and you have something that you hate worse than my top 10, put it in the comments below. I'll love to see what you guys think is the worst thing about RC. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time on UrbanRcLA. I'm Read Your Mind, and I'm out of here.